What up, Weed and Grub listeners? If you're like us, then you're curious about the all-natural benefits of cannabis and how it can boost your mood, creativity, and overall well-being.
That's why we're so excited to tell you about Sweet Life by Quinn. Sweet Life is an alt cannabis brand that explores cannabinoids found in hemp like Delta 9, Delta 8, and HHC to create unique formulas and experiences.
I heard you bend the Q in unique just there.
Unique.
Some of the unique flavors I'm looking at right now. Peanut butter marshmallow cookies, dark chocolate cappuccino cookies. What's the one back there?
They've got toffee Oreo.
Ooh, let me see that.
Orange pistachio.
I love a toffee Oreo.
Go check everything out at myquinn.com. And one of the cool things about them is that all their products are Farm Bill compliant, meaning that you can buy legally in all 50 states.
What if you live in Alabama?
Yep.
What if you live in Arkansas?
Is it a state?
If it's a state.
Yep.
Happiness?
You're good.
Cool. Right now, Sweet Life is offering Weed and Grub listeners an exclusive offer for 30% off with code Weed and Grub.
Go to myquinn.com, that's myqwin.com, and use code Weed and Grub for 30% off.
That's a lot of percent. Get yourself some toffee Oreo. Get yourself some peach rosin.
Yep, check out Sweet Life.
Hello, and welcome to Weed and Grub.
What was the name of the restaurant or the dessert restaurant we walked by?
I think it was called Jerk Me Off. I Got You Pie.
Something like that.
Or like,
Hold on, I'll pull it up.
If I pick up the check, you're going to blow me, right?
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 The dessert restaurant.
The dessert restaurant.
Yeah.
I think it's called, what is it called?
It is. It's called Jerk Me Off, I Got You Pie. No, I found it. It's called a Better Than Sex, a dessert restaurant.
Okay.
Yeah, but everybody there was looking at each other so lustfully, eating their chocolate goodies as quick as possible to go fuck.
That restaurant, yeah, is entirely about, I'm going to buy you some sweets so you will, like, get me off. Yeah.
Yeah, do you think that the check is printed as soon as they order?
Oh,
Because-
definitely.
yeah,
You drop that check with the dessert.
with the dessert.
You scarf your chocolate mousse and then you go bone in your car.
Probably.
It's
It's a good business model.
It's on Melrose, and it's kind of it's like not that far from where I live, and there's definitely sex happening in cars in my neighborhood.
You
I
have
see it all
walked-
the time.
Have you really?
Mm-hmm.
Like some people in the back seat fucking?
Yep,
Really?
for sure.
Say
it's
more.
happening.
I want to hear.
Well, I mean, I don't know. Like it was just like I don't want to stop and peer in the window or whatever, but there's definitely like activity happening in cars around my neighborhood. I think it's entirely related to that restaurant. People go there and they have their like, red velvet cake with the chocolate ganache icing, and then they just need to like get down and dirty in the back seat.
Absolutely. So you're really like, everyone has seen The Matrix at this point,
Yes.
right? You're telling me that this chocolate cake makes women orgasm and then they get double orgasms after eating that dessert?
I mean, look, if a guy buys me, if he takes me to a restaurant that's called Better Than Sex for dessert, I know what I'm in for. That is a transaction that is made.
Our guest is making a lurid hand motion.
Yeah, like we all know what we're in for. If you say, "Hey, let's meet up," and then you take me to a restaurant called Better Than Sex for
Mhm.
dessert, we all know what happens next.
I come real quick and I'm like, how good was that dessert?
Yeah,
It
like
was better than what just happened, huh?
You can't go to Better Than Sex and not have sex afterwards. That would be a fail,
True that.
right?
You also make me picture if it was like a food truck
Mm-hmm.
instead. So there's just a parking lot. It's like a parking lot car orgy where everyone's separated but everyone's together, and you go up to the food truck and you get your chocolate mousse.
A fantastic idea.
Right?
Like they should just have car hops who just come around to like, bring you your cannoli in your car. Cannoli and a hand job. Sounds good.
Cannoli and a hand job.
I think this is a new business model. I think this is good. We should start a car hop service. Cannoli and a hand job.
Cannoli and a hand
That's the new
job.
pop-up.
TM.
TM.
What up, Mary Jane?
How's it going, Mike?
So good. That's a rollicking good start. Welcome to Weed and Grub and Sex, everyone. This is a podcast about comedy,
Cannabis,
cooking,
culture,
calling shit out,
and coming.
and coming. Coming up.
And treats.
Treats. That's really what
Yeah.
it's about. Today's about delicious delicacies.
Treats for your mouth and your mind.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, that's a great way to get into our guest today.
Yeah.
Actually, that's a great way to get into your handle on Instagram even too, because it is Stephanie Cakes.
Steffi Cakes.
I am Stephanie Cakes.
Yeah. What up,
Yeah.
Steph?
I'm chilling. I'm actually pretty high already.
Nice.
Better Than Sex is actually fire.
You've
been?
You've been?
I've been.
Get up to the mic.
Yeah, get on that mic
Get on
and
that
tell
mic.
us
Oh,
how it
man.
was. What did
Actually,
you have?
one of my favorite Thai food spots in LA is literally right next door to Better Than Sex.
Wait, is it Summer Buffalo?
No, it's called Ram Mitar. I'm pretty sure I'm butchering that.
Uh-huh.
I know what it is. It has a little outdoor patio situation.
Yeah, it's
correct?
like really tiny little
Yeah.
outdoor patio, really small spot.
So you do the
Amazing.
Thai and
I
then the
love Thai
dessert?
food. Yeah, and then I just mosey on over. I didn't know what to expect the first time I walked into that place. I just saw like a really fancy carpet
Mhm.
and like stanchions put out, and I was like, I know this isn't a club. So
You're so right. Like the seating is like those like they're kind of like throne chairs. Like everything
Yeah.
about it is very like
like
nightclubby.
dominatrix, like maybe like a club in like Amsterdam or something.
Yeah,
When you
kings and
walk by-
queens. Kings
yeah.
and queens.
You like have to unzip your lover's mask and feed them a
Yeah.
slice of cheesecake.
And then put a nipple in their mouth.
Yeah,
Oh
I'm
my.
actually pulling up the menu right now. Do you remember what you had there?
They dip all of their wine glasses in chocolate or in like caramel or like white chocolate, and they do this like drizzle, and then they pair the wines with like the different chocolate.
Whoa.
And it is very like, some would say it's arousing.
That sounds
I would say that's
diabolical. I don't know
For
if I
sure.
want chocolate in like it's on the wine glass.
It's like dipped onto the wine glass, and it kind of like solidifies a little bit, so you kind of gotta like lick your wine glass
Oh.
and drink your drink. Yeah,
that
Hot.
is so sexy.
yeah, very.
Yeah.
Do you want to hear some of the menu items?
Yes,
they've
please.
got some
This is
shit.
Cream Corner, by the way, up
Yeah.
top.
We're doing Cream Corner up top.
Yeah, Cream Corner is our segment of the podcast where we just talk about food that makes us horny.
Yeah.
So, this is it.
Well, new Cream Corner. Pumpkin pie
Ooh,
for the holidays.
okay.
Between My Red Velvet Sheets
Holy
cheesecake.
smokes.
Peanut Butter Perversion.
Jesus.
Kinkier Key West Key Lime Pie.
Uh-huh.
Cookie Nookie.
Oh.
Your Cannoli.
Yeah.
The Italian Stallion.
Okay now. Okay.
Yeah. And then we have Missionary Crisp. I don't know who would order that.
Missionary crisp. Good Lord.
Someone boring.
Yeah, right?
Yeah, that's for the people who have sex through the, like in the dark under the sheets, I guess, right?
Oh no, I would say it's lights on.
Oh.
TV,
And you're thinking of God. You're
yeah,
lying back and
Fox
thinking
News playing.
One
yeah.
position, no foreplay. She's just
Yep.
laying there like a dead corpse.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
terrible.
And
That sounds dry. Missionary crisp sounds dry.
and flaky.
Yeah.
I'm not reading anymore. That's great.
Oh, what a good start. Well, we're so glad to have you here. I've been wanting to chat with you for a long time because, Stephanie, you have like so many threads to your story.
Yeah.
We want to get into all of it. I mean, I know Who Has It obviously is a big part of why we're chatting with you today.
You have it.
I do have it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Who has it? Who has
Let's
it?
start at the
Yeah.
because all these snacks, and we're gonna do an unboxing. It's
Yeah.
all about you and Who Has It today. So with that being said, before we get into the snacks and the unboxing, like let's learn a little bit about you.
Yeah.
All right. Well, what do you want to know? I'm a walking.
You had a crazy
Netflix
fucking life.
series.
Yeah, you had. Well, you were just telling us before we started recording how you launched your underground delivery service after your cancer treatment.
Yeah. Yeah.
Can you tell? Do you mind talking about that? Is it
Yeah.
okay to
So
ask a
I
little bit about it?
actually, I'm gonna actually go back a little bit further than
Okay.
that, so you kind of get like the whole picture as to like all the different threads. But, I used to tour with a group called the LMFAO.
Uh-huh.
Do you guys remember that song "Shots"?
Yeah.
Shot.
Yeah, the
shots.
girl that you hear on that song, that's me.
Wild.
That's awesome. It's Foo, right? It's like a
Red blue and sky blue. Yeah.
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 And you.
And yeah, well, for that song.
Yeah.
That's so cool. How did that come about?
Oh, I was out one night and somebody was just like, "Hey, da-da," and just kind of linked, and I blinked, and before I knew it, I was on tour for a year with them as their polka dot bikini girl.
Wild.
Yep. And then I came home, and
And home is LA for you?
home is LA.
Are you like born and raised?
born and raised the Great 1-8?
Okay.
The Great 1-8.
Shout it out. Shout it out. Heck yeah.
Um,
I'm sorry. I have to ask about a tour story really
Yes.
quick. Do you have a crazy tour story from being the bikini girl, pouring shots, just partying for a year straight
Oh man.
that you feel comfortable telling or not telling because it's more fun?
It was so long ago, but there was always like some wild shit going on. The guys, every time they got back onto like the bus, they always had like a new pair of panties that they would pin to the wall when they got home.
They had a panty wall at home.
Yeah.
Wild.
Whoa. They bought panties from a store when they were on.
No.
They were thrown onto the stage.
They were probably removed after the show by somebody.
It's wild.
Wow.
Yeah, there was a panty wall. I remember that very vividly.
Wow. So conquests on the road, and then you come back to LA.
Mm-hmm. I come back to LA, and I start kind of dabbling a little bit more into weed.
Mm-hmm.
I went to culinary school before I randomly went off on this escapade with LMFAO.
Whoa.
And I majored in pastries and baking,
That's awesome.
hence Stephanie cakes.
Yep.
And
So
Yeah.
how's your red velvet between the sheets?
my red velvet between the sheets is icing. Icing is spot on.
Wait, is it cream cheese or chocolate on the red velvet?
Depends on the mood, but I usually go for chocolate.
Mhm,
Yeah, so when I came back from tour, I kind of was like, all right, well, what the hell am I going to do with my life? And I like weed, and I
Yeah.
like to bake, and I had, bills to pay off. Culinary school wasn't cheap. So I started baking regular edibles and, regular cupcakes and like weed cupcakes
Nice.
and other things, cannolis.
Nice.
For real?
Oh, hell yeah. An infused cannoli? I would like to try that.
Yeah.
Oh, because you could do the cream, right?
Nice.
Ooh,
Yeah.
motherfucker.
We did everything: cookies, cannolis,
Oh, and then you can
lollipops,
make the-
chocolates.
Cannoli look like a blunt, right? Like you could make the hard shell brown,
Mhm.
dip it in pistachios so it looks like a green blunt on the end.
Yep.
Oh, yo.
There's a lot of things you can do.
Yeah, that's so exciting.
I
Yeah.
think your phone's dinging.
Is it?
Yeah.
Who is it?
Um.
Oh, it's our upcoming guest after this
Oh,
one.
nice.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay, so we've got culinary school, tour,
Yep.
home.
Home. And then, I was pretty much, I came back from dancing and I didn't really want to not be dancing. So at night I was dancing in like the nightclubs out here, not as a stripper, as a go-go dancer. No, I have nothing against strippers.
Mm-hmm.
Tons of friends that are strippers, but like kept it,
Yep.
classy. But I worked in Hollywood for about 8 years at night, and during the day I was slinging,
Your
Things.
infused treats.
things and
Uh-huh.
other things, and
Molly?
no,
Oh.
maybe.
Cannot confirm or deny.
Yeah, no, there's no proof.
I think like is all of this happening in like a 3-year span? Like you're on
No.
tour and then you do culinary school and then you're making
So
like what's the timeline?
I
for all
did
of this?
culinary school after high school.
Mm-hmm.
And then from culinary school, I pretty much dropped everything I was doing and left on tour for a year. And then came back, and for 8 years, I worked at night, like in the different, like Roxbury, Supper Club, like all the clubs that were really popular
Mm-hmm.
during that phase. At night, I met, all the trappers and everyone because I could see them all from my go-go box. And I knew who to talk to, who to sell to. Starting getting acclimated to like the store owners, and like at the time they were like pre-ICOs and stuff, or
Right.
even before that it was
Just full legacy.
like,
Yeah.
full legacy market.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So during the day I was just baking and making plays, and at night I was go-go dancing for 8 years.
This sounds like a screenplay.
No, really, like my
Like-
life is like a pretty much Netflix movie. Like some of the weird shit that I saw, like working at the nightclub every night, and then also dealing with the legacy market during the day, being a woman.
Yeah.
you know, a petite woman at that. Like,
Have you been approached to turn any of these parts of your life into a screenplay or anything like that? Like, I just feel like
there's a couple people
series
who
I
have
would
asked,
watch.
but I feel like they're not really the right person for me. I would love to meet somebody that could write my story because
Yeah.
it is definitely a Netflix documentary.
Yep.
But then I got diagnosed with laryngeal cancer, and it was like my very, very fast moving life went like
Yeah.
everything changed pretty much overnight.
Did you have a good support network around you?
Yes and no.
Yeah. I just know how important that is from, you know, the diagnosis to like treatment to like be able to rely on people to help you through it. It's a crazy thing.
I think if I wasn't so independent, cancer probably would have consumed me. I got locked in an isolation room for 30 days. And you really learn a lot about yourself, especially when there's like the Wi-Fi doesn't work in a hospital. I don't know if you guys have ever tried that one. The TV was like this tiny little, you know, I don't even know if that would be considered a TV.
Right.
Yeah.
It had like 8 channels. I was literally locked in there. Anyone who came to see me had to like suit up into this like bubble suit. Like, it was pretty bad. I was like bubble girl.
Was this because of the radiation treatment?
I pretty much, yeah. So like the cancer, it stayed where it was, which is good. It didn't spread. But when I started chemo, within 2 weeks, my entire life went from like, okay, I have cancer. It's fine. I'm going to get through it to like, holy fuck. Like, I can cuss.
Yeah, definitely.
I went from 125 pounds to 80 pounds in less than 2.5 weeks.
Oh my gosh.
God.
So imagine like very fast paced, like Hollywood trapper, like living the lifestyle, you know, curvy woman to just, you're locked in a box and you look like Jack Skeleton.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
It must have been so intense.
The support system that I had, I thank them. Like, they know who they are. My core, my core 4, and my dad. There were nights that my dad like slept in my hospital room on like the little
rollaway,
fold up couch thing. And cancer was like the best worst thing that could have happened to me. And I know that sounds crazy, but at the time at which I got diagnosed, finally, like after a year of being misdiagnosed, my life was moving at such a fast pace, like just being in the Hollywood scene and then, you know, the legacy scene, and legalization hadn't happened yet. So it was like all in like the mix, you know. I feel like if I didn't slow down the year that I got diagnosed, I don't know that I would be here today.
Word. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
So after your treatment, you came out, and that's when you started your own like real deal weed business.
Yeah. Am I allowed to, what are the implications if I speak about this?
I
actually none.
I mean, yeah, you know, like definitely don't put yourself on blast for anything you don't want.
Obviously, I couldn't get anything when I was locked in the hospital. I also couldn't digest anything. Like, I had a feeding tube put in me. It was a whole shebang. Like, yeah.
Yeah, intense.
I looked completely different. But when I got out, I was just like, I need to get high. And I couldn't smoke because the radiation, I look like a little, I always say, like, I look like a little moo-moo, like a cow, because it burned my neck to the point where, like, the skin was, like, peeling in, like, patches.
Whoa.
Yeah. So, and that was on the outside. So imagine what it looked like on the inside, you know, with the tumor and everything. So I pretty much was like, all right, how can I get high without, I couldn't swallow anything. I couldn't smoke. So do you guys know what cannabis is?
No, say more.
Cannabis is basically like weed lean.
Oh.
It's
sick.
like it literally is lean, but like weed lean, and it's legal. They're actually a legal company. They sell in some of the stores now. But before, you know.
So, but it's like a syrup?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Scissor.
I want this so much.
It's so good. They have like a variety of flavors. I'll hook you up with the rip.
I got 2 cups stacked and ready. Let me know.
Yo.
Yeah.
So
And
I
a
would open
thing of
my
ice.
feeding tube and like pour the cannabis into my feeding tube to get high. Just so I could like go to sleep. Because I didn't want to be on like painkillers or none of it. I was like, none of this shit is working. As soon as they inject me with something, my whole body just starts freaking out. Like, I'm like, this ain't the business. Yeah. I'm pretty high right now.
Cool. Me too.
Well, so what were your sort of like next steps into the industry? Because I mean, as we're meeting you, like you've fully moved from legacy into like the current legal industry and more now. Like
And
you're working
tech
and
and shit.
tech.
Yeah.
So like, can you talk about the
transition?
next steps?
Absolutely. So I realized that there was a problem. And like obviously I wasn't like on some how can I get weed into hospitals? Like, but I realized, like people need medication. At that point it went from I am making bread to I need to help as many people as possible. Because this shit fucked my life up. And I know that weed helps me way more than chemo did and radiation and RSO oil and CBD. And, how can I, fix this? And I teamed up with some buddies and we launched a delivery service that started out, all girl delivery drivers. Cause I was like, women are less likely to rob us, at least.
Right.
Maybe not get robbed, but rob us. Like,
Yeah.
And it started off as like, a little small thing. And then before you knew it, we were covering all a pretty large basis of LA.
Wow.
That's so sick.
Yeah. I kind of got the attention of a couple buddies that I had met through some other buddies. And they introduced me to Al and they kidnapped me. And I ended up at Viola.
Yeah.
I was at Viola for 4 years. I pretty much built out their entire sales operation for the state of California, as well as their teams and, PAD stuff and whatnot.
Are you basically taking all of the lessons and business models that you learned while you were go-go dancing, legacying, and just flipped those to the legal market and just learned how to write code? Like, what the fuck?
I didn't go to college.
Okay.
I've been on my own since I was 16. So you either can choose to survive or you cannot. And that's pretty much the mindset I've had my entire life, which is also why I'm convinced I survived cancer, because I spent a lot of time in my head. And I'm very strategic. I'm a Capricorn Cancer Virgo. So I'm very like business savvy, very strategic, very organized. I don't argue with people unless I know I'm going to win.
Ooh.
Wow.
Whoa, even one of your eyebrows is higher than the other right now.
Just the power radiating off you when you say that. I'm a little scared, so
that's awesome.
I'm not going to fight with you ever.
Like if I start getting loud with someone, like there's a tornado coming and it's not going to end well because I know that I have the facts.
Yeah.
That's why I stay very calm and I get along with pretty much everyone.
Logical and strategic. And so you're like building Viola, which was one of the first MSOs, right?
Yep. Largest Black owned brand in the country.
Yeah. And then several states now. So you built them up and then
I helped build them up. I can't take all the credit. They had a pretty good team. I was a cool guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. We loved having him on the podcast. And did you leave Viola?
We parted ways at the end of May of this year, and I went to focus solely on Who Has It,
Bum, bum, bum.
and also Green Label.
Yes.
Bum, bum,
I want to hear about Green Label.
Can we do news and call this part 2 with a little bit of a, there's the trailer, and then do the thing? Okay. Can I check out Green Label while we do some news?
And our news this week is brought to us by...
I grabbed some smalls for you guys so I could stuff more in there.
Ooh.
For
sweet.
real?
Thank you so much.
There's no air in here. This is like juicy.
It's a fat package.
Yo, I really a fat package.
Fat What? Oh, thank you. I'm going to do our sponsor real quick for our new segment, Sweet Life by Quinn. Sweet Life is an alt Sweet Life is an alt cannabis brand that explores cannabinoids found in hemp like Delta 9, Delta 8, and HHC to create unique formulas and experiences. Sweet Life offers so much of what you love about cannabis, and all their products are Farm Bill compliant, meaning you can buy legally in all 50 states. So go to myquinn.com and use our code WEEDandGrub for 30% off. Thanks, Quinn.
Yeah, Quinn. Also, shout out. Thanks for helping me sleep. I've been munching on some edibles so I can go to sleep at night before 6 a.m. So thanks a lot, Quinn.
Thank you. And our news story this week is from High Times, and it is a column in the Weirdos section that you wrote, Mike.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is
Weird.
It is weird. Where is it? Hang on a second. I'm trying to look it up. It is a one-act play. It's called Shut Up. Counterpoint, you shut up. And it's a one-act play about the cannabis industry. And it's so much fun. It's basically two people just duking it out on social media, having a great time, riling each other up, as people do online about weed all the time. Like, there's so many beefs in the weed industry and everyone's always at each other's throats. And it's such a bummer to, like, you know, try and put something positive out and then have someone come for you about it. So Mike wrote a very funny one-act play highlighting a conversation between two people, both of whom have good points. They're both making points.
They both suck too.
So check it out at hightimes.com under the Weirdos column spot, and we'll put a link to it in the show notes. Did you have fun writing it, Mike?
I did, because I got a lot off my chest. I think that I could have made the choice to just write every single thing that I'm feeling, but then it comes across as like complainy, bitchy bullshit with no solutions. So I'd much rather challenge myself to be creative and put it under some kind of layer of, like, not just me raring,
Right.
but instead make it hopefully something people want to read. So yeah, it was a good push.
Yeah. Making some good jokes in here.
Appreciate that. Yeah, I got some cool DMs. Yo, shout out to you know who you is, but thanks for the DMs. Appreciate it.
Yeah, it's fucking dope. It's a good story.
Yeah.
And that's our news. How do you explain who has it to someone, like in an elevator pitch, when someone's like, what exactly is it?
Oh my god, mine is terrible. Larry is way better at it. Like,
Oh, we should pull him in.
Should he come on in?
yeah, let's bring him in.
Let's grab Larry.
Mark, producer Mark. I know you're
Yeah,
hearing
he's
this.
listening. There you go.
Larry.
In a nutshell, though, it's like a dating site, and I know he's gonna get into it. And he loves, like, getting all technical about it.
Yeah.
So
There's some good profiles on there.
yeah.
Also, can we do an unboxing too?
We totally can. I actually brought a box for both of you.
Nice.
Oh, sick.
So-
All right, let's hang with Larry and then do that.
Yeah.
Oh, what's up, Mary? Oh, I called your dog Mary Jane. I'm
You're
so
calling
sorry, Archie.
Archie Mary Jane?
What's up, Larry?
Dude.
What's up?
Yeah, get on Mike.
I just finished telling them, like, the cliff notes to my wild ass life,
Oh,
and then how
glad y'all are up to
I
speed now.
Yeah.
have dove into the tech world while also helping Green Label.
And we were just asking, like, what is the elevator pitch for explaining who has it to someone who doesn't know anything about it? How do you describe who has it?
Elevator pitch. Who has it is, it's almost like a new dating site, but instead of connecting men and women, we connect influencers, celebrities, athletes, musicians directly to brands through product sampling.
Awesome.
You're right. He nailed it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so how many, like, people, like, what's going on with that? Because I know you're growing really fast. And you just
We launched like the top of 2020. When we launched the platform, it was basically only available for influencers and brands to connect via the free product sampling. So the way that it's set up is like the influencers can see the brands can see the influencers, and it's basically a free-for-all for influencers to request and to accept offered samples of products that once they put in the order, we distribute directly to their doorstep. If they're out of state, we ship nationwide. And then the brands, they have a network of different influencers, in different lifestyles, different professions that, if you're looking to cross brand or offer some type of a sample of a product to, you have the means to connect directly to them through the platform. So when we launched, it's a lot to explain to somebody who doesn't really know too much about e-commerce, they're not like marketing, minded or driven.
What I know about e-commerce is everything I skip on TikTok in my algorithm.
Yeah,
where
I mean,
it's like dudes pointing at numbers, and
yeah.
I'm done.
Yeah, I mean, you have so many like, I guess influencers who create content based on, the educational part of, different businesses. But what I like about Who Has It is pretty self-explanatory once you see everything and once you learn it. So like I said, when we first launched the top of 2020, we had maybe 20 influencers on the site. We had maybe 10 brands, right? So just in the last 2 years, we've been able to grow our influencer community to about 1,000 influencers and our brand community to about 400. Wow. And we have about 5,000 products on the site. So we're growing, pretty rapidly. It's just a matter of time before we start to open in, different cities and states.
Yep. Wild.
Can celebrities and influencers make gift boxes, personalized shit to throw out there for the holidays?
Sure can. So we have gift boxes that are now available for purchase.
Whoa.
Because e-commerce is now live, and it allows our influencers to also make money. You guys have your own codes, which is pretty cool. And
it is cool.
I'm really excited to walk you through how to use it.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, the best way to go about, so like if you don't really know too much about Who Has It and you see us via social media, you'll see the gift boxes, you'll see like, people opening gift boxes, talking about, all these different products. So most people think it's just a free gifting type of a situation, but underneath it all, we are, like I said, a distribution e-commerce company. So we were built to facilitate product sales. So full circle, really what Who Has It is like we're a big digital mall, and then our designer stores are the influencers. So every single product that the influencers receive via our platform is being cataloged into their store. So then once they have X amount of products in their store that, now they have, options for people to come and purchase if they were to come in and have visibility to your store. Cool. So once you have X amount of products to sell, we'll give you a code, an affiliate code you share with your audience, have them sign up to Who Has It using this access code. They're directed directly to your store, and now you earn a commission off of every product that gets sold.
Crack into that box,
for sure.
Y'all are the Amazon of like actual cool shit.
Exactly.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Yes.
Way cooler than Amazon.
And your branding is so great because, you see people online. I mean, I'm always so excited when I check out like Capetta's IG and he's got the latest. Yeah. And he just opens it up and inside the box, it's Who Has It? Right
these boxes
lid.
are laced. We have, I mean, like again, especially if you're.
I just like looked away to get a sip. And I look back, what the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah, it has that effect. But I mean, like that's basically what we do. We create these types of experiences time and time again because, who's not going to say or have this type of a reaction to a gift box full of, amazing products they've never heard of or seen before.
What's really cool too is we represent we work with a lot of minority owned and like Black owned, women owned, small businesses. Mm-hmm. So you're not seeing, like, with the exception of like some of these bigger brands, we only have a few of those. Mm-hmm. You're not really seeing, this in your Ralphs. Yeah. So
this isn't the Frito-Lays. These aren't like the larger, you know what I mean? Like these are mom and pop almost type of brands.
Get that shit.
But I mean,
I want that shit.
So our influencer community, right? If you find a small brand on our site, if you were to promote it now, your audience, this is the first time that they're seeing or hearing about this brand, right? And if you offer them now an option to purchase this, you can't go to Ralph's and purchase some of this stuff. You can't go to Air One or Whole Foods. Where can I get this stuff? Oh, come and shop from my Who Has It store, where I have all these types of products and more. Yeah,
I'm reducing some beans right now at my place with some onions and some stock.
You mean you're making farts?
I'm making farts in a bowl.
Cool.
Metal bowl.
Yeah.
Flame it.
Yikes.
And
are you gonna whisk it?
Should I whisk those beans? No, I can't whisk the beans. The
no,
beans
your
will just get
farts.
stuck. Oh, my farts. Yeah, we can spread those out. I just saw a video for bean and cheese burritos on YouTube, so I want to make them. And this Dave's Ghost Pepper Gourmet. I've never had a ghost pepper hot sauce before, so I'm very excited.
It'll be around
tread lightly.
Be careful with that one.
Yeah.
I hear it's hot, but we have our somebody who works internally with us. Her name is Dan, and she's like literally obsessed with like spicy sauces and like hot foods, and that's one of her favorite sauces on the platform. So
let's crack it. I want to give it a little
dab
on
ghost pepper now.
Yeah, I mean it might render me completely speechless.
Is that what we're doing?
You're
right
the new
now?
host.
Oh,
congrats. We're out.
Yeah, take over the rest.
You can put it on the salt and vinegar Christie's chip.
Oh, I'm just gonna do a dab on my fingertip.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna go in for this ghost pepper.
Go for
Okay,
it.
let's do it.
I just did a dab.
I'll follow you.
Holy mother of fucking God.
Look, hopefully you got some liquid death over
Real
there.
deal.
I need a little more because I didn't do it as much as you did. I'll try
I did
and
a
beat
big
you.
fat dab of fucking ghost pepper hot
Ooh.
sauce on purpose.
It's
and
almost like right away, huh?
I
It's
am
like
living-
instant.
I'm living.
Like the back of my mouth is a cave and the opening's on fire.
It's like
Holy,
Game
yeah.
of Thrones. You feel like one of those dragons, maybe a little bit,
Yeah.
can blow out some fire.
Khaleesi. Oh my God, my nipples are hard. Shit, I can feel this all the way down to my toes. Seriously.
So yeah, I mean, yeah, that's
So, yeah.
that's there. If
So
you're-
who has it, folks? So can you talk a little bit more about that, how the weed component works? Because you were saying you can't actually purchase it through Who Has It for retail, but you're sort of featuring these brands with the influencers on your platform, and then
And talk slow because I'm sweating.
Sorry, I know I talk fast.
So take up
I'm still on fire.
Basically,
Oh, that's hilarious. Sorry.
What?
No, I was just laughing. He's like, low-key
Oh,
sweating
look,
a
you
little
went a
bit.
different
Sweating?
color, Mike. Mike is actually pink.
Yeah.
oh fuck.
I'm like rubbing my leg to try and find any kind of soothing.
That's the kind of dab I like, man. That's my. That's
Maybe
my
you
kind of
should
dabbing.
like try and like eat something.
Maybe. Well, when I brought something to share with everyone, so I will do that. But it's so funny to have started talking about delicious chocolate. This is the opposite of sex, man. This is like
Yeah.
Well,
Like
they
you
went
played-
to. Wait, did you guys actually go? Or you haven't been yet?
no, just walked by.
Tell me why the opening of the show they started talking about better than sex. It's his favorite dessert restaurant.
Well, I mean,
No
I have a thing for like warm cookies served with ice cream, and they have like they have a pretty good cookie dessert called the Cookie Nookie.
Okay. This is so perfect that you know this. We have a very serious thing to address, though. If you're taking someone to better than sex, you're gonna hook up after, right? That's just part of the deal.
I mean, I feel like it's safe to assume that it's a natural progression after that at that point. Yeah.
Yep.
Because what else are you gonna talk about while you're there?
Yep.
yeah, I mean,
you're
there's
eating the
like
cookie
fucking
nookie.
pictures of like naked people all over the walls in like
Basically.
erotic positions. Like
Yep.
it's like chains and whips and shit.
Stirs the conversation, gets the conversation going for sure.
And it's like dark and ominous. It's definitely like the layer of like 50 Shades of Grey type vibes in there.
I just think it's very it's not such a subtle touch, but the fact that they again like they rim all their drinks, right? And then it's like you literally can't take a sip of wine or anything in there without having to lick around the entire glass first.
Yeah.
Otherwise you're gonna have shit all over your face.
Definitely.
Every
it's
drink
like-
is a rim job.
Yeah, it's like, haha guys.
And they have that
And I like
cocaine
reading,
near
and
the
I like
table.
reading.
Yeah.
Yeah, like all their food descriptions are hilarious. Check out Better Than Sex if you guys haven't been there yet.
Fantastic. We were making fun of it.
We need to get them on the platform. As an
Eating
experience.
dessert, yeah, for sure.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, we were saying like it should be called something like if I pick up the check, will you fuck me later?
Oh fuck.
I mean, different, promotional offers for sure. Yeah, I mean, that's a way to get your establishment out there.
This kind of
Wow.
goes into my cream corner.
Oh, okay.
What?
So cream corner is something we've just been talking about because of the holidays and everything. We've just been talking about food so much, and I can't remember what food we talked about, but I was like, that's like such a cream corner. And then you were like, yeah, that's horny food. So this is when we talk about a food that makes us horny.
Well, we kind of did cream corner up top with our.
So this is actually, that's great because this is anti-cream corner.
Okay,
What
good.
is the opposite? What did you say? Dry and itchy
Dry
earlier?
and flaky.
Dry and flaky corner. Yeah,
Okay.
this is dry and flaky corner.
Okay.
So I've been trying to eat healthier just because I know over the holidays I'm going to go ham. And so I tried to buy a Trader Joe's gluten-free tortilla made of quinoa flour.
Mm-hmm.
And I
That's
just
what
wanted
that's
to
for.
bring it for everyone to try some if they can. I don't know whose thing it is. And then we can talk about it afterwards. But I was like, oh, I love a tortilla with just some like cheese and meat or like peanut butter and jelly. Like I love like a quick snack.
I'm gonna have a bite right now. Should I put some hot sauce on
A
it?
quinoa tortilla.
I have like PTSD about tortillas right now.
Uh-huh.
Did
Listen,
you guys see the
just
tortilla
gonna-
challenge?
I'm just gonna save you the trouble. Do not put this in your mouth. This is. I don't know if I've ever had anything that fucking texture in my mouth, and I hate it.
Yeah, it's crazy, right?
I'm gonna try it though.
Oh no,
I'm gonna just try a little bit.
You don't have to.
I'm gonna try a little bit.
It's
I'm only
so
trying a
bad.
little bit. I'm trying a little bit. Ooh, I
It's
can
like
already tell
eating
it's
old
bad.
underwear.
I can already tell it's bad.
Right?
Ew.
Right?
Ew.
I'm gonna pass.
This is like the only thing that I can compare it to is like, yeah, old underwear.
Old
Not that
underwear.
I've ever eaten old underwear, but this is what I think they would taste like.
fucking
It tastes like
crazy.
it's not supposed to be eaten.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It
right?
definitely tastes like paper.
I can't believe it got on the shelves. 1, 2, it's like $5.99. Fuck you, Trader Joe's.
Somebody
America.
out there probably likes it though.
Who?
And is probably gonna stock up on these.
You think
And
so?
is so happy that nobody else likes them. I mean, look, that's the thing about like visibility in small brands and just branding in general. There's enough out there to go around that somebody is gonna like it. It's just a matter of visibility. How do you get it in front of them?
It did trick me into buying it. I will say that.
At the
Yeah,
very
I know.
least, yeah.
I got smacked in the face with a tortilla.
What?
Did you guys see the tortilla challenge? So plug play. You guys know plug play, right?
No.
No? How do you guys not know plug play?
I
They've been
don't-
around
I don't even know
forever.
what kind of soap this is.
It's
You think I know
a
about
It's
plug-
ebony in the water.
Cartridge and battery.
Okay.
So you guys have them in your box. But yeah, shout out to Bana.
Wait, what does this have to do with getting hit in the face
Wait,
with a
so
tortilla?
I walked into their office, right? Because I wanted to pick a product because we were doing Draymond Green's wedding. We put our boxes at Draymond Green's wedding.
Fucking wow.
Yeah, and the weed bar went viral that we did.
Wow.
But anyway,
Steph.
they were filming content for the show or their like IG show or whatever it is, their YouTube, and they fucking were slapping people in the faces with tortillas covered in like flour.
Okay.
So basically, it's two people facing each other, and you have water. You both have water like in your mouth, you know, holding it, and you smack each other. You take turns smacking each other with a fucking flour powdered tortilla, and the first one to spit their water out loses.
This sounds like a Japanese game show.
Basically,
Basically, yeah.
yeah. So they were filming the
Tortilla challenge.
content, whatever, and they needed one more person, and I may have been there for like 5 minutes, and I was just like,
That's
you
enough
gotta-
time to get you slapped with a tortilla.
You gotta be kidding me.
Your
Maybe 10.
Yeah.
And yeah, they needed one more person. I was like, all right, fuck it. Like, wham.
game.
I smacked her in the face with a fucking tortilla. Then I smacked the shit out of the girl that was again. So I kind of felt bad afterwards, where I was like, damn, she smacked me twice. Because you play like rock, paper, scissors. And,
Yeah.
Mhm.
Wait, what's your tortilla smacking technique?
you know, it's like, it's all in the wrist.
Okay.
R.I.P.
You want to hit them with like an open face of the tortilla, like I'm saying.
Yeah.
Maybe I don't know. I've never hit anybody.
You
with a
gotta,
tortilla.
you
I
know,
would assume like
where's that
the
tortilla?
more surface area you have,
Yeah, show us the technique.
the better.
This is a great intro to Buzz of the Week. We're getting tortilla smacking techniques.
Yo, I'm Armenian. My grandma used to fucking fling slippers. So
Is that true? Do they do Armenians everyone like whip off a shoe and try to hit the head?
yo?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure I have like some sort of like welt underneath all of his hair. Like
from a tortilla.
no, from a slipper,
Oh.
pabuch.
Wild.
It's Armenian. Like,
Okay.
you gotta, you know,
Tortilla.
wham.
Whoa.
Like,
That's no joke.
or you, I took it to her.
Arm all the way back.
Oh yeah, like a pimp,
Forehand.
Yeah.
full pimp,
Forehand.
full pimp.
And then the flour dusts up everywhere
just-
too.
Yep, and it's like
Wow. Where can we see this?
I think it's on YouTube. I can ask them to send it to you. It
I
might
was gonna
even be on their Instagram actually.
Have you seen like those slap like contests?
Yes, they're
I
wild.
feel like this is a much safer alternative. If you ask me, maybe I don't know. Just a thought.
I
Just
think
give
so.
some of these people some tortillas instead.
And it's something to do with these pieces of shit tortillas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You could probably like freeze.
But this would be a cheat code because this would probably knock somebody out. This is this tortilla is kind of.
If I flung this, it would like stick to the
rigid.
wall.
Mhm.
Yeah.
You can
as a
understand now
weapon.
how gross it is just based on texture, right?
I wish
Yeah.
I hadn't ate that.
I'm
How
sorry.
old is this?
Fresh.
That's actually at its freshest.
Mm.
Whew, but it will never go bad. It's like a Twinkie, that thing.
Yeah,
It's just-
100%.
Yeah.
That's the beauty of quinoa flour. It's
So they're-
always bad.
They're not your buds of the week, is what you're saying.
No, they're
Mike.
not my buds of the week.
Is it time to get to buds of the week?
I would love to.
Okay.
Stick around and do Buzz of the Week with us, Lear.
I'm down.
Cool. If you don't know what Buzz of the Week are, it's basically where we shout out someone or something that we want our audience to fuck with. You just gotta like send some flowers to somebody.
Sweet.
Buds of the week. Do you want to go first or second?
I'll go first.
Cool.
My bud of the week is Walt, my brother-in-law, because he's just the fucking best. And he's put up with me through thick and thin, and he's family forever. And I don't even know if he really listens to the pod that much, but I just wanted to shout him out because, you know, it's a hard world, and, you know, having good people in your life, I just want to shout him out for being like my solid rock.
How big a rock?
He's an enormous rock. He's like 6'8".
That's a big rock.
Yeah. So I love you all, and you're my bud of the week.
Damn.
Yeah.
Sweet.
It's hard to follow. Shit. My bud of the week is a dog, Mary Jane. Like, what are you doing?
I was like, who do I pick?
A dog?
Yeah.
Are you gonna be jealous?
Falkor the Terrier. Shout out my best friend in the world, Joel Hadley. Shout out to his puppy dog, Falkor. You can follow Falkor on Instagram at Falkorius. We met up the other day, got coffee. Me and Joel and Falkor. Joel was there too. And we got him a pup cup. And I've never seen a puppy eat a puppuccino before. It's real cute. And he's a real cool dog. He has eyebrows like Eugene Levy. And so check him out at Falkorius, Falkor the Terrier.
Falkor and Archie went on a hike together in Runyon once, and it was real cute.
Dang, that's
Yeah.
nice.
They're buds.
Who's your bud of the week, Steph?
Yeah, Steph.
My bud of the week. I'm high.
You're making Picasso art with that tortilla. Do you want to go second if you
Yeah,
got one?
you think
I'll
about
go.
it for a second.
I guess like my bud of the week would be, I guess it's like kind of cheating a little bit, but like I give it to like our influencer community because honestly, you know, and it's also a nod to the company who has it, but you know, I run all our influencer relations, and you know, it's part of my job title, but you know, without our influencer community, without the people who are actually taking the time to figure out, you know, how to navigate, how to place orders, and you know, doing the promotional side of things, you know, we wouldn't be where we are today. So just want to shout them out and let them know that
Do you have a favorite?
I rock with y'all.
A favorite
Do not
person?
say
No,
it.
you're not
Say
going
it.
to say it.
Gotta
Okay.
say it. Gotta say
No.
it. Gotta say
My
it.
favorite influencer?
Nope.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh, Stephanie's.
No, I mean like, you know, I would go
Sign
ahead
an
and
NDA.
I would go ahead and say
Reminder.
that, you know,
Sign an NDA.
I would have to shout out the first influencer.
Oh my god.
Okay.
Jesus.
That would be me. Shop my store. Access code light.
Oh my god.
All right.
That's awesome.
Where do people find you online?
Oh my god.
Oh, my IG is Larry.light. Yeah.
Nice.
Instagram Larry.light.
Okay. Who's your bud of the week, Steph?
My bud of the week. My bud of the week is probably my Who Has It team. It's not like anyone specific, but I
Who's
do
your
it-
favorite? No, I'm kidding.
Jen. No. Jen.
Oh, I mean, our leader.
Our leader, our founder,
Khaleesi.
our creator. No, like, but for real, like Larry brought me in, and they've all trusted in me to bring us this far, and it's exciting to see like all of the really cool things that are taking place.
Yeah.
2023 is going to be really, really, really cool for us, and thank you for the people who are on board, like he said, like the influencers. Put
Yeah.
your seatbelts on, because
I mean,
It's
brands
exciting.
too.
It's
The
gonna be
brands
right.
too. I
And
mean,
the
everybody who's a
brands.
part of this. I mean, yeah, we're excited for, like she said, 2023. We have pretty
2023.
aggressive expansion
I'm hyped.
plans.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's gonna be a lot of fun. You know what I'm saying? We have a ton that we're getting ready to roll out. So you
Yeah.
know, just buckle up.
I'm so excited
and
for
get prepared.
Weed and Grub to have our own profile, like, you know, through, so anyone who's listening wants to check it out, you can go to, you know, all the links in the show notes, but then check out
Who
Weed
has
and Grub.
it.co too.
Yep. And check out, our code and links in our profile.
Yeah,
What's
your
your-
guys'
oh.
access code is
Weed and Grub.
WG.
WG.
It's just WG.
Our listeners love that because the less you got to type, the better.
Mhm.
So that's gonna be perfect.
So if they go to whohasit.co and they click sign up, and in the access code they put WG, bam.
Bam.
It's gonna ask you for a little
Shazam.
bit more information, like your name, your email address, you
Mhm.
know, the basics. But then access code, put that in. Boop.
Perfect.
What's your Instagram?
_ Stephanie Cakes _
Nice.
I'm shadow banned.
Great. When we have Zuckerberg on, we'll ask him about it.
Motherfucker.
Yeah. You can follow us at Weed and Grub on Instagram, wg@weedandgrub.com. Leave a review. Click the show note links. Get on board with Who Has It. Shout out to Quinn. Mary Jane, anything you need to share?
I need something to get that wild double taste of terrible quinoa tortilla and ghost pepper hot sauce out of my mouth. So let's go get some snacks.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Thanks.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.